All right, yes, we are live. Whew. Had to come in here quickly prepared, but yeah, guys, and actually, let me make sure you guys can hear me. I'm got my secondary device, and we're gonna watch the stream simultaneously. Okay, there it is, right here. Yep. All right, volume is great. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Let's mute that. So, thank you guys for coming. We're going to go over this is a strange course title, Ethical Hacking Blue and Slow. Shout out to Tanisha for naming it this way. So, we're going to go over some ethical hacking stuff and, basic blue team stuff. Now, I do not work as a penetration tester, I work as a SOC analyst currently, but I've been diving into the ethical hacking realm and been going over the TCM Academy course content. So got some cool stuff to show you guys. So we're going to go over that real quick as this is an overview show. Not going to be too formal, but we're going to go over, let's talk about the history of blue teaming. And we're going to talk about, ethical hacking. And then as we progress throughout this course or this video, we're going to go over key objects level 1. Let's root it. All right, we're going to be rooting key objects level 1. So let's start with what is blue team. All right, good. Quickly pull this article up real quick. Blue team cyber. All right, and there we go. I'm gonna share screen real quick so you guys can see. Present. Actually, that is not a good site. Let's do right here. We're gonna share screen. And let's share entire screen. So is this it? Yeah, this is the one. All right, we are on PurpleSec USA. Red team versus blue team. Ironically, sorry to show you guys this. Let me actually show you guys this one quick. Let me go on YouTube real quick. And let me go to my channel. I want to show you guys something real quick. I had a video long time ago. Where is it? This right here. Let me click this video. I'm gonna pause it. I don't want to pause it like that. So I had a video talking about red team versus blue team. Now, I suggest you guys watch this video. It shows you this quote unquote war we're going through. We got to stop. Red team and blue team, we're all together. We're all working to protect the infrastructure, the network. But the most important thing I want to show out of this, let me see right here. I'm going to copy and paste this Discord, and I'm going to post it on the YouTube chat. This Discord that is not the Discord. This Discord, that link that I'm about to copy, let me see. Copy link. Let me paste it in here. I don't know why it's coming out like that. I'll just put the whole YouTube video in. Go to that YouTube video. And that Discord link right there, it's a community founded by, shout out to Premier. It's called the OXP Discord. So I'm in there. It's a very cool Discord. I advise you guys to go there. Basically, in that Discord, you're going to have a bunch of red teamers, blue teamers, and all that stuff. And we talk about techniques, tactic, news, and all that stuff. Go in there if you want to really, chop it up with the community. You want to learn some stuff. You want to share some stuff with the community. So join that Discord. I just dropped a YouTube video of it. Go there. It's in the description. For some reason, it's not letting me copy and paste the Discord app. But just wanted to show you guys that real quick. All right. But let's go back to blue team versus red team. What is this history? What is this? What's going on? Now, if you guys are video gamers and you played Halo, the Halo series, Reach, and all that stuff, you know about the references between red and blue team. I mean, come on. Even when I was young, we had the whole Rooster Teeth red team versus blue team thing. And I never would have thought about it from a cybersecurity perspective until I joined InfoSec. All right. So let's read on. Red and blue team are more than just Halo references and army techniques. In fact, these teams play an important role in defending against advanced cyber attacks. All right. That threaten business communication, sensitive client data, or trade secrets. Guys, red and blue team, you guys are important for the business. Keep that in mind. You guys are very, very important. And don't let anybody put you down. All right. Now, let's talk about red team. A red team consists of security professionals who act as adversaries to overcome cybersecurity controls. Red team often consists of independent ethical hackers who evaluate system security in an objective manner. All right. So you're going to have a lot of red team people in this field, they might play the role as a threat actor, or there might be those, hacking ethically for business to point out their vulnerabilities. So, for example, you have certain people hack a company, obviously with permission, obviously if it's in the scope, to point out vulnerabilities that they could then remediate and make their defenses stronger. All right, that's where you get jobs like penetration testing and all that stuff. They utilize all the available techniques discussed below to find weaknesses in people, processes, and technology to gain unauthorized access to assets. As a result of these stimulated attacks, Red Team makes recommendation and plans on how to strengthen an organization's security posture. There you go. That's Red Team in a nutshell. Penetration tester in a nutshell. All right. Now, with penetration testers, they're going to use social engineering attack, which I have videos about, which is the trickery of human emotion. You're going to use these attacks to try to get inside the network, try to get creds, try to get information, try to do a lot of enumeration before you attack the target. All right. You see this stuff in the military, the army, and stuff like that. Okay, we have more intel on our opponent. We could better strike them. We know their weakness. We know their bases. We know their loot spot. Let's attack them. All right. For example, rely on reconnaissance and research to deliver targeted spear phishing campaigns. Now, for those who took the Sec Plus or studied the Sec Plus or any basic, cybersecurity course, phishing is a common cybersecurity attack. I believe PurpleSec, ironic, they have a study on that about phishing, how dangerous it is. Now, at work today, we we had an incident where threat actors use phishing links on many of the clients. This is real stuff. All right. I know we read about it in books. Oh no, but we never see it in the field. This is real stuff. So you want to be careful with phishing attempts. If the email looks suspicious, usually companies have emails pended, or in the beginning it starts with external, just to show you, hey, this is money outside the org, outside the domain. Be careful. When it says spear phishing, these are targeted, crafted emails used to, attack a certain client. All right. Likewise, prior to performing a penetration test, packet sniffers and protocol analyzer are used to scan the network and gather as much information about the system as possible. All right. So that's your red team. That's your red team. They're going to uncover operating systems. They're going to uncover vulnerabilities to better assess the network to attack. All right. Now, and these are certain red team exercises that you're going to be familiar in the field. Penetration testing, social engineering, phishing, all that stuff. Now let's talk about blue team. Yes, we're team blue. Blue team. A blue team consists of security professionals who have an inside-out view of the organization. Their task is to protect the organization's critical assets against any kind of threat. They are well aware of the business objective and the organization's security strategy. Therefore, their task is to strengthen the castle walls so no intruder could compromise the defense. I like how they mention castle walls. Actually, before I go into that, those are the blue team. Those are the defenders. All right? Think about it. Back in the days, you had your shield, you had your bulwarks. All right? You had your castle, as the article mentioned. You were the defender against what? The offensive guys, the penetration testers, the enemies, the ethical hackers. So it's kind of like this, friendly war, red team versus blue team. But if you guys work together, you could better assess the company's security posture. Okay, the red team found that. The blue team missed it. Let's make a filter. Let's make a policy so we could better catch that the next time, and vice versa. Now, I mentioned something about castles. I'm going to show you guys something real quick. Castle on a moat, if I'm spelling that right. Images. I don't know if I spelled more. Oh, yeah, we got some good images. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oof. All right, let's use this one. This is the yeah, let's use this one. All right. Let's say this is your castle. All right, hopefully you guys can see this. Let's say this is your castle. All right. You guys are the defenders. You're defending it. You're going to have this drawbridge or this bridge, and this is one of the most common ways for enemies to come and attack you, unless they want to risk their lives swimming across this, lake with alligators in it. So the defenders they can have like arrows and snipers, or when I mean snipers, like bow and arrow guys, making sure they're watching it on all four corners. While that red team guys, the attackers, they usually can only go through here. Now, it looks like my mouse is tripping out. But now, let's just say you're a red team guy. How else would you attack this castle? How else would you attack this castle? There's a lot of ways to attack it. Some ways are to what? Convince the person in the castle to, hey, turn on the king, poison the king. All right, poison the food of the king and stuff like that. All right, these are ways you could get inside and take down the king. Just the small examples. All right, so that's just an example. Let's go back to the article. And that's pretty much how blue team and red team works. Okay, and in certain blue team exercises, you're going to be deploying IDS, intrusion detection system, IPS, intrusion prevention system, all that good stuff. This is stuff you're going to be deploying as a blue team and run some vuln scans, making sure the system is patched, it's up, is ready to go. All that good stuff in jazz. All right, so I just wanted to briefly go over red team versus blue team. Brief history. I didn't go down too much, but basically brief summary on the roles. Now, I want to show you guys something really cool. We're gonna do Keyoptrics. Let's do Keyoptrics level 1. And before we get into Keyoptrics, let me pull up the screen again. Let's do a brief review on what is Keyoptrics before we start attacking this machine. Obviously with permission. Keyoptrics level 1. You got something. Let me actually click that. Let's see. I'm gonna click this from Vuln Hub. All right, there we go. So Keyoptrics level 1, it's a VM machine that it's like kind of like a game. You have to get root. You got to get root, which is like the super privilege of that machine. So once you get root, you win. All right, and you can play these machines offline. Well, I mean, you don't have to actually go into a server or anything. All you gotta do is just download the VM image and put it in any hypervisor. All right, so I'm not gonna go over exactly downloading Keyoptrics. There's a lot of videos and write-ups on Medium for that. But what we're gonna go over today, we're gonna go over trying to get root in Keyoptrics. All right, showing how red team is or penetration is from the first person view. Okay, so let's minimize this. Okay, let me slide this over here. And we're going to go to the hypervisor. So the hypervisor we're using today, we're using VMware. So I call this one the PMPT lab. This is where I do all my, ethical hacking practices. So we're going to load this up. And again, you guys probably are not at this level, so feel free to rewind, rewatch this, and, download VMware, download Keyoptrics so you guys could get this experience. All right. Before I actually go deeper into that, while that's loading up, let me actually show you something real quick, and I'll drop this in the chat as well. Drop this in the chat. What I just dropped in the chat, that is my personal website. Actually, I should have dropped the resources tab. Let me actually go there. When you go to my website, go to the resources tab and go to it's kind of loading up really slow, cybersecurity section. This section is going to go, oh, what the? That is strange. Okay. That was strange. I got kind of worried. I'm pretty sure, I'm like, what? So this website, and just to show you guys, connection is secure. All right. This site right here, or this page on my site, goes over a lot of cybersecurity resources. Some are free, some that you have to pay for. So we got PerScholars, CyberKnights, InfoSec Skills, PICO CTF, TCM Academy, DoD STEM, and we got more at the bottom. All right, so I'm gonna drop this in the chat. You guys could, there you go, lab and get some of that experience, and you could use this as a resource stop or just add on to it. on your personal repository. All right. So drag this over here. Right now for today, we're going to be using Kali Linux. It's a operating system that comes pre-installed with many security tools. So for example, we have, info gathering, vulnerability analysis, all this stuff, password cracking, digital forensic. It just comes pre-built with tools to use to, start doing some penetration testing. All right. So we got that right there. I'm live streaming. So sorry about that. Got that. Put that in here and put that in here. All right. So hopefully you guys can see this, and let me know if you want me to zoom in real quick. Hopefully you guys can get to these things real quick. Yeah, I'm looking at my screen, making sure it's not too small. All right. So that's loading in. We're going to start with the beginning. And guys, when you're doing ethical hacking or you're getting into cybersecurity or just practicing, you want to make sure your networking is very, very important. Speaking of networking, let me actually go here. We had a live stream of right here. We had a live stream last night going over network basics. So don't forget to, check this out and, really get your networking game up. It's very important. You can ask any network engineer, any NOC techs, get your networking game up. Okay. All right. So now that we got that, we got our notes, and these are my personal notes. For the, my ethical hacking learning journey. So we got this. I also want to load up our target machine, and you could guess it. Our target machine is, let's load that up, Kiotrix. So we're going to load that up, and then we're going to start attacking that. All right. And in just to forewarn, I'm apologies for any distraction or noise in the background or any potential disruptions in advance. So while Kiotrix is loading, I'm going to get a quick drink real quick. Oh, damn. I wasn't too good. All right, so let's log in. So for Kiotrix level 1, username is John, all lowercase, and password is 2 cows, capital T, cows, capital C for cows, and then the number 2. All right. And so look, we're in. So we got that. We'll put this in the background. We're going to come right back to that. That's going to be our target machine, Kiotrix level 1. We got our target box right here. And then we got our notes right here. Always good to use notes. This is going to be used for most of my assessments. So when I want to start off real quick, I want to introduce you guys to the 5 stages of ethical hacking. All right. First, you have reconnaissance. So and we can read right here, also known as the preparatory phase. It's where hackers gather information about a target before launching an attack, and is completed in phases prior to exploiting system vulnerabilities. So this is where you're doing some recon. This is before you even touch the network, even make any slight change. When I mean slight changes, before you even start attacking the network, you're going to be doing some recon. All right. Then we have scanning. Scanning, this is where we use, tools like Nessus and all these other stuff to Nmap, get more information on the network, get like a diagram and all that good stuff. That's where scanning comes into play. You have scanning, and then we're gonna, after you do all that, you point out the vulnerabilities. Let's try to break in. Let's try to gain access. This is where we start exploiting. We start launching our payloads, our trying to get shells and all that stuff. All right. And then we have maintaining access. All right. And, and covering tracks. So we're just going to do the first 3. We're going to do that live. So let me show you guys real quick. All right. So first, what you want to start off, we got our notes. I want to go to our target machine. And guys, let me know if this is small. If I need me to zoom in, let me see how the terminal looks like on that screen if I load that up. So yeah, the terminal looks clean. That's all that matters. All right. So before this, I want to go to the folder. Let me see something real quick. Cali. I want to see where I have this located. I want to show you guys something real quick. I think it's under documents. Okay, cool. You see this right here? This is what we're going to do today. Let me copy this. Go back to my Cali folder. I'm going to make a new folder just for this course right now, titled Blue Team Basics. Oh man, why is it? I don't like it down. I don't like it there. I want to put it like around here. Okay, I can't. I'll get rid of it later. All right, and we're going to paste that here. Okay. That's all that I'm worried about. Now we're going to open this with Cherry Tree, and it should look something like this. Close that. And this is something we're going to be utilizing throughout this lesson today. So what are we doing right now? We have our assessment notes. Okay. We're going to pin this down. So for assessment hosts, what is our host IP address? So what are we targeting? Let's find out with Keyoptrix. So go here. And obviously before we do all this, and if you're watching the Keyoptrix level 1 guide, putting it on VMware, you got to learn that both of these machines should be NATed. So they're going to be on the same, private network. So you'll be able to communicate with them. All right. And it looks like my mouse is glitching out. Apologies for that, guys. So let's, we're going to do ping. Oops. Looks like I'm on sorry about that. Had numlock on ping 8.8.8.8. And then we're going to stop. The reason we pinged was to get the IP of Keyoptrix. So let me Control Alt. Slide this. Let me slide this down here. And let me copy and paste. Actually, I can't even copy and paste from here. Looks like I can't. Let me do this. Control Shift C. Well, no worries. So we got the IP address. That's all that matters. Let me actually. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I should have just dragged it here. We got the IP address of the host. Let me rename this node. The host IP is 192.168.109.129. All right, I'm just gonna double check my work. 192.168.109.129. So that is the host IP. Okay. We got the host IP. Just to double check real quick, I want to make sure it is pingable from my Kali box. And let's try that. 168.109. And it is pingable, so we can reach it at least. So that's good. We're going to cancel that. We're going to do Control L, clear that. So now we have a connection. We have a we determine that we can reach that IP. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. Let's start with the basics. Let's run a Nmap scan. And before I run that, for those who don't know what Nmap is, I use not Control F. Control P. And I really like using Notion to, there we go, scanning with Nmap. Really put my notes in a good place. So Nmap is a free open source utility for network discovery. All right. So a lot of penetration testers use this. A lot of guys use this to get a good mapping of the network. All right. So as you can see, these are my notes so far. So we're just going down in order. Remember, username was John. Password was 2cows2. That's the IP address of the target box. All right. So we're going to skip all of that, and we're going to go straight to the Nmap portion right now. So as you can see, it's already pre-filled, but we're going to type it in. Nmap, that's the command. We're going to do a -T4 thread. So we're going to use a lot of power for this. Do a -P port actually do a -P dash to get all ports. We want to make sure we scan all ports. All, do -A for get all that information, and then we put the target IP in here. So let's add that right there for key optics. And while Nmap is running, I want to go over some stuff real quick. What are we doing right now? We're trying to get into, remember, we're going over that first part of, the hacking methodology, recon. Getting some recon. We're not doing anything heavy and stuff like that. We're doing some light scanning. All right. And with the scanning, we're going to get more intel on the, oh, wow. That was fast. That was crazy fast. I was not expecting that. Okay. So let's see what we got. So we see port 22. It's open secure shell. Okay. Port 80 is open. Web traffic. That's interesting. Port 111, 139, 443. We got some really good ports in. So this is good information. This is stuff we're going to add in our notes. Okay. So let's go down with this. And this goes over all the, and just in case you guys don't understand, anything about Nmap or anything like that, run an Nmap-H. You're going to get all, help guides, manuals on how to do that or use commands for that. All right. So after we got that, let me actually go on to the next portion. Took really good notes. So there we go. Hopefully you guys can see both. And it looks like you guys can see both on the screen. And let me know if you want me to remove my cam so it could come out a little bit bigger. All right. Okay. Is that good for you guys? Yeah. Okay. Let's go. All right. Ran the command. We notice what? Port 80, port 443. Let's pull out our cherry tree notes. Go down here. This is the Nmap. Port 22. So what do we see for port 22? We got the version, we got all that stuff. So let's highlight that. I'm gonna highlight all that. Control C. Bam. All right, so we got that in cherry tree. Now port 80 and 443. These are web traffic ports. So these are some good stuff to hit. Highlight that. Control C. And we're going to go over all this real quick. Let me space that out. And I don't want to forget 443. Get that as well. And let's get 139 as well. Control. Okay. Is there anything on here? Nico Scan. So yeah, we'll run a Nico Scan later. So what do you see right here? We're gathering information. We know it's running on Apache, Unix, Red Hat, Linux. So we know it's like a Linux box. All right, we're not on the Windows machine. We're getting the version number. This is some good information, good recon. Okay. Now, should I run the Nico Scan? Let me run the Nico Scan in the background real quick while we're gonna do some enumeration on the. Oops, spelled that wrong. Nico. So we're gonna run that on the IP real quick. 108. Hopefully that's the right one. All right, so we got Nico running. So while that's running in the background, make sure I got the right IP. Oh, I didn't. Ah, shoot. Hold on. That's why you always got to double check your work. I don't know how I messed that up. 68. Let me just double check. 129, 109. All right, there we go. Bam. All right, sweet. Oh, there we go. So now we got the Nico Scan. This is just more stuff to complement our Nmap scan. All right, so we're getting some good stuff. Let's see. Talk about Open SSL appears to be outdated. All right, our Nico Scan is done. So Let's put this in our repository. I'll just take this. Control. And we're going to add this to our Nico. Oh, I said Nico. Nickto. And bam. So we got that. We're just gathering intel. Okay. Now, what we're going to do right now, guys, remember, go back to your thing right here. As you can see, port 80 is open. Open ports mean it's it's accessible, it's running and all that stuff. So we're going to access Keyoptrix level 1 via IP address. So let me load up Firefox. Hopefully I don't have this turned on. I do have burp on. I'm going to turn that off. We're going to turn off burp. We don't need that right now. And let's type in. We're going to do port 80. So we're not going to add the S. HTTP : and then we're going to add the IP. 109.129. Bam, and you should get a screen like this. Let me make this a little bit bigger. You should get a screen like this, meaning, hey, okay, we're on the web page. So now you can get more intel on here. All right. You can get more intel, do some enumeration, all that good stuff, all that jazz. Scroll down. Now, another thing, I'm not going to go too deep into it, or I mean, we could download it. If you guys want to download WAP-Alyzer, actually, WAP-Alyzer. It's a really cool tool. Get the Firefox extension, and you can just go to the website. It does the same thing as well. This tool goes into it like enumerates the technology running on the web page. All right. So you can see it changes on each web page we go to. It's 18 right now. Go here. It's 4. Okay. So let's do WAP-Alyzer on here and see if we could get some intel. Web server, Apache HTTP server. So that's what is running on a web server as a web server. All right, and all this good stuff. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me actually copy that. There we go. We got some of that. Actually, before I'll just put it down here. There we go. Just so we get that information there. Me personally, I like taking notes. I really like putting all my findings in something like a repository. Now, default web page. As you can see, this is the default web page. Let's actually screenshot all of this. Let me actually pull this down. Powered by Red Hat. All right, we're going to take a screenshot on this. Bam. This is the default web page. Oops, it's kind of big. There we go. We're just documenting stuff. All right. Especially for those that are actual penetration testers, this is really going to help in the field. Okay. After we got that, you're going to take notes of your finding, which we did. We did in Cherry Tree. I mean, there's other ways you could take notes. You could take notes in OneNote. Okay. You can use OneNote, Obsidian. I know some penetration testers that use Obsidian. There's many ways to take notes. All right. And bam. This is it right here. So you could just copy and paste this, or you could actually take a picture of it. Let's actually go back to 80. All this good jazz you can add in here. All right. Web server, Apache. Operating system, Unix. Extension, ModSSL. It's the same thing. I just decided to add a picture, but I'll just copy and paste this as well. Oh, right here. And just put that below here. All right. Oops. Bam. All right. Sweet. All right. And we did the Nico in the back, Nickto in the background. Let's pull that up real quick. Here's the Nico Scan, which we ran, which is, let's go a little brief history about Nickto. Nickto is a free software command line vulnerability scanner that scans web servers for dangerous files, CGIs, outdated servers, software, and other problems. All right, that's Nickto. Kind of like Nmap. It's good to use a lot of tools. So we already ran Nickto. As you can see right here, we ran it live. Now, let's see. Another thing. Another thing. You want to make sure you save your notes. All right. So that's one thing I forgot to do on this one. Let me actually save as, or let me actually, oops, I did not mean to maximize. Save my notes. Damn, it's saved. All right. And just to prove that it's saved, I could close this out. Let's do a little ls. Where are we at right now? Go to Blue Team Basics ls, which is, you're listing your listing the items in your directory, and you can see it is right there. Let me see if I could and do it ampersand. I think that only works with. Okay, there we go. Okay, it still came up anyway. So there we go. Have it right there. So it did save. All right, cool beans. Close that. Nice. All right, next we're going to be doing directory busting. All right, so you can install Dirtbuster. I'm not going to go through all of that, or Dirtbuster. These are the commands right here. If you guys want to pause and take a look at them. And we're just going to run this against key objects. We're going to see what we can find directory. And just to show you something cool, let me actually open up a. Actually, should I run this in the background? Okay, I'll run this in the. Before I run this, because it takes a lot of resources, let me show you something real quick. I'm going to go to my personal website right here. Personal website. And guys, let me know if the mic is still good. Let me just double check. Yep, mic is still good. Just double check. If you have any questions, just drop them in the chat. Okay, it's my personal website. Okay, and as you can see, let's say if I click, I'll go on blogs this time. I get my website, and then I have /blog. This is another page, another directory within my website. All right. So what if you want to find or do some recon and find directories that are not, obviously listed here? Obviously, I'm going to have a resource page, all that stuff. I'm going to have a cybersecurity resource page. What about directories that are not noticeable? And I'll show you, for example, there's some directories on here that are not noticeable on my page. And the only way to find them is if I tell you, or if you do a directory bus or anything. I have one page, labs. There we go. Labs is on here. You guys didn't know that. I have another page called, I believe, projects. Right here. Projects is on here. But that's not on the that's nowhere founded on the website. How would you know about these directories? So that's when the tool Dirtbuster comes into play. We use this tool to what? Find directories. Okay. All right, let's close this out. That was just a really cool example. And we're going to run some Dirtbuster, directory buster. Okay. Let's type in Dirtbuster ampersand so we could get that launch. Bam, there we go. There's Dirtbuster. All right, this is a really neat tool, really cool tool to enumerate directories for your target system. All right, and since we're doing web port 80, port 443, this is going to really help. This is some web traffic stuff. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Let's insert the URL. If you guys remember, it was http:// and then we're going to put the actual IP of the target system in here. Make sure I get that right. I don't want to mess that up. 192.168.109. Okay, I can't even see. 109.129. put that colon slash or colon 80 slash. All right, 80 because of the port. Okay, port 80 web traffic HTTP. See, this is how networking all comes into play. All right. So now let's make sure we got all these settings up. Let's boost the thread up to 200. Kick that thing off with some. Actually, hold on now. Go faster. Okay, there we go. We're at 200. Now we want to, we want to go over our, directory scanning type. So we're going to go hit browse. I have the steps listed right here if you guys want to see. Hit browse. Go into backslash. I'm sorry if the mouse is acting kind of strange. I'm not sure what's going on with this platform. My apologies. We're gonna go to users. Open that up. Share. Dirtbuster, which is going to be on the side. There we go. We're going to go to Wordless Directory list. Let's do a small one. We're not trying to go too crazy. This one right here. Select list. Bam. So we got it right there. Now we're going to run the results. Now, before I run this, Dirtbuster uses a lot of resources. So for those doing it, it could take some time on your end. And hopefully this doesn't, negate the stream quality. So let's run this thing. So let's see. So it's finding some good stuff, man. /icon /CGI manual. Man, it's going in. It is going in. Look at all these directories we never thought to use. All these directories. While that's running in the meantime, let me check something with my notes real quick. Let's see something real quick. Let it run a little bit. We're not gonna see. It's gonna take 18 minutes to finish. I'm not gonna wait for this to finish in 18 minutes. We're gonna stop it pretty soon. Just want to make sure not missing anything. Okay. All right, so we're gonna pause it right here. Oh, did I click pause? There we go. Program pause. Look at all these directories it found. This is crazy, man. This is really crazy. Let's see if we could test these out. See, icon, small, test page, open in browser. All right, nope, that was a dud. It's gonna manual mod SSL. Let's open this in browser. Psst, guys, I mean, look at these directories we would have never guessed or contemplated of if we didn't use Dirtbuster. So, got a whole freaking essay in here about SSL. Okay, that's crazy. Let's look at it quite more. We're not gonna get too lost into this. Open in browser. Whole glossary in here. Wow, HTTPS. Open SSL publicly. So this is really cool. This is some stuff to run just in case you're curious on, hey, what directories is running on this target machine. All right. So that's that. We're gonna close this out. We're not gonna go too deep into it. But you guys get the point. All right. Don't use it. You guys get the point. Let me see something one more time. Wow. I mean, look at this stuff. Usage and stuff like that. This is what's cool about Dirtbuster. All right. Let's close all that out, all that good stuff out. And we're done with Dirtbuster. All right. So we got some good information from enumeration and stuff like that. This is stuff we can add in our notes. We have that right here. Actually, before I close Dirtbuster, so I'm gonna take a good screenshot of this. Our personal notes. There we go. We got some. Do this real quick. We can see that this IP has many directories. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Directories that can be enumerated. I should put via Dirtbuster. Sorry about that. Via Dirtbuster. Okay. And Control S to save our notes. Bam. Get that done. We're done with Dirtbuster. Let's enumerate SMB. All right. What is SMB? The Server Message Block Protocol. SMB protocol is a client-server communication protocol used for sharing access to files, printers, serial ports, and other resources on a network. SMB uses either IP port 139 or 443. If you go back to our Nmap scans, oh, don't tell me, did I not paste the Nmap scans in here? Oh, that's a mistake on my part. Luckily, I did not close it. Let me see. This is a Nico. Okay, these are the Nmaps. Let me actually copy that. Did not copy the Nmap scans. All right, there we go. As you can see, what our Nmap scans, port 139 is open. All right, so we could possibly enumerate via SMB and break through this device through SMB. Okay. Now, I think I went over this. It's used to share files, printers, and all that good stuff. And that's a cool article by Tech Target going over SMB. Okay. A tool we're going to use now. I showed you guys many tools. Nickto, I keep getting that wrong. Nmap, Dirtbuster, Wapalizer, Metasploit. Metasploit is the next tool we're going to go over right now. And as you can see, especially if you're doing penetration testing and all that stuff, it's really important to get familiar with tools. Get really familiar with tools so you could leverage them. If this tool doesn't work, okay, I got another tool that works. All that good stuff, all that jazz. All right, so today we're going to go over, let me click this real quick, Metasploit. All right, Metasploit, I believe it comes pre-built in Kali. This is a really, really powerful tool. You can ask any penetration tester in the field about Metasploits and how good it is. It's so good. My apologies about that. Sorry about that. No, I was saying about Metasploit. It's such a good tool that even on the OSCP, for those who took the OSCP, you can only use it one time. So just think about that. Okay, so we're going to be using Metasploit. So let's go back to our Kali box. Is this a blank page? This is not. We're going to make another blank page. And I'm doing Control-Shift-T to make a blank page or open up another terminal. We're going to do MSF console. This is how you launch Metasploit. All right, so we're going to get right into it. Launching Metasploit. We're going to dive into this thing. Okay. So launching Metasploit is loading up real quick. God. Oh, shoot, that's cool. That's really cool. Really cool. All right. Session 1 died of a what? Wait, the overweight. Okay, I don't know what's going on. All right, so we're in Metasploit. Let's search and one cool. Ooh, actually, let me open up another tool. Searchploit. This is pre-built within Kali. With Searchploit, you can let me see if -H works. With Searchploit, you could use this pre-built tool to look up vulnerability CDs and all that good stuff. So for example, you could look up, I spelled that wrong, search exploit Samba. Oops. I spelled that totally wrong. Search. Can I not spell search? Exploit. Or let's do SMB. Oh, do I need to be sudo? Oh, okay. This is a perfect opportunity to show you guys about sudo. So sudo is it's a way to up your privileges because I'm not in root. So certain commands you cannot run. Okay. So we're going to do sudo search exploit SMB. There we go. Oof. So using search exploit, we can see a lot of SMB vulnerabilities that we can take advantage of. All right, this is just a quick example. All right, but with Metasploit, it does this automatically. It'll show you some weaknesses and all that stuff. So I prefer to use Metasploit than that. So we're gonna go back to our Metasploit console, and we're gonna search SMB just as we did with SearchSploit. And it looks like I spelled it wrong. Search SMB. Bam. And it gives us the grading scale, these normal, excellent, all that good stuff, all that jazz. Okay. God, this is a lot. So what are we looking for? We're looking for a certain type of SMB module to exploit. Remember in our notes, let's go back to our notes. I believe it was found, where is it? Oh, sorry, it's the NIC Scan. SMB. Actually, my apologies. Was it the NIC Scan? Oh, okay. Sam. Okay, got it. So we're gonna look up some exploitation for the version. So let's go back here. Just got confused a little for a quick bit. And we're gonna see if we could choose a module that could exploit a certain SMB version. Okay. So we're gonna comb through here real quick, see what we could find. See, version. Let's go with this one right here. So we're gonna go with, what number is this? 105. Let's go with 105. All right, we want to exploit the version of SMB because I believe we're running on, if I'm not mistaken, is it 2.2? One of those things. We'll see. All right, let me go back. Let's use, you have to type in use. Was it 105? There we go. All right. So now we have this module. We have this thing loaded up. We can run options to see what our options are so far. Our host is as you can see, it's empty. So we haven't placed a target host yet. Let's actually do that. We're going to put the target host of Keyoptrix level 1. So let me actually have this machine back up so I can just see the IP. We'll do set our host. And we're going to do 192.168.109.129. There we go. We're going to run options again. And as you can see, the R host is set up with the target host IP. All right, we can minimize that. And so making sure we got everything straight. And with Metasploit, you can either click run or exploit to run the command. So let's do that. Click exploit. Let's see. Host cannot be identified. So we came into an error. All right. We came into an error. Let me see something real quick. Yeah. Came to error, so that wasn't successful, which is cool. And this is a little note I took from Heath because I actually am taking scores. This is something that really hit me when he mentioned this, and I'm gonna read this out to you guys. According to Heath Adam, shout out to you. The amount of detail you can get during an assessment is vital. That is what's important and is what is going to set you apart from other hackers or people trying to break into the field. Is your information gathering and your ability to enumerate if you can. So Heath mentioned that in his classroom. Like, that's huge, guys. Look how much information, and we haven't even attempted to really break in, really get it. We haven't even got root yet. And look at all this information we got so far. Look at the Nmap scan. Look at port 22, 80, 43, Wapalizer, Nickto scan, 139. You got the default web page. All these stuff, and we haven't even reached root yet. Okay? So this is some good stuff. All right, so let's try another way. Obviously, this way is not going to work, but if you guys remember, SMB Client was open. So let's test that out on thing real quick. It's not going to work in advance, but this is some good practice to try out. So let's run SMB Client. Remember to put your target. Oops, that's wrong. Remember to put your target IP in. All right, we're going to do // or / I should say. Put your host IP. This is the target one. This is Keyoptrix. 109.129. Oops. IPC. Spelled that wrong. IPC $. Okay, so yeah, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. But we're gonna skip that, and we're gonna try to see if we could break through it via another way. All right. So let's move on to the next part. Let's go over here. So we have Nessus. All right, and this is one of my favorite tools. I actually use this in the field a lot. And I'm about to use this tomorrow, actually. I'm going to be using this tomorrow for a client. I'm going to write up a really quick vulnerability report detailing their security posture. So I love Nessus. Right now, we're going to be using the community version. I'm not going to go over how to download Nessus. It's super straightforward. This link right here, it's super straightforward. Shows you how to download it, all that jazz. So we're going to run Nessus on that IP, okay? After you download it, I'm assuming you guys download it. Let's go to launching this bad boy. All right. Now to run Nessus, let me actually, wrong command, ls. Let me go to my download folders. What? I don't have that. Hold on. Download. There we go. Okay. This is the command right here. I'm just going to copy and paste it from my notes. Paste that boy in there. Oh, man. Okay, that should be kicking it off. So Nexus should have started. Now we got to go to the web version, which is right here, the GUI version. I believe there is only a GUI version. Open up your browser, and we should have Nexus open. There we go. Guys, we have Nessus online. So now it's time to log in. I'm not going to lie. I think I forgot my Nessus password. Let me see if this is it. Oh, wait, I think I remembered. Hold on. Oh, okay. We're in. Oh, my God. We're freaking in. Dude, I thought I forgot my password. All right, so what we're going to do today, we're going to run a Nessus scan on Keyoptrix. Now, let me make this full screen for you guys so you guys can actually see what's going on. Let me actually full screen this. This is Nexus vulnerability scanner. I already ran a scan a long time ago, but we're going to rerun the scan. So get rid of that. And we're going to launch. Bam. So what is Nexus doing? It's launching a vulnerability scan. It's such a powerful tool, guys. While that's running, I'm going to show you the stuff, how the end result's going to look like when it's done running. You just go to the vulnerabilities. Look how many vulnerabilities it was able to pick up. Over 139 in a matter of 18 minutes. Think about it. I know this is a debate within the red team penetration thing. Hey, does automation Does automatic tools make you a real penetration tester? Or are real penetration testers the ones who use manual tools? But if you're on a deadline for a client, you got 5 business days, should you use automatic? Guys, that's a whole debate. I think if you're skilled in both, you'd be a great one. My personal opinion, although I'm not one, but just have knowledge in both. And that's what we're doing when we're breaking down key objects level 1. We're using Metasploit automatic. We're using Nessus automatic, but we're also trying to break in using, SMB Client. All right, secure shell. I know I haven't demonstrated that. We're trying to break in some other ways. Okay, so while that's loading, while that scanner is spinning up, look at all the vulnerabilities key objects have. This is bad, especially if you're in a real life engagement. Client sees this. I mean, it's good for you. Hey, you found stuff. Bad for them because, like, damn, okay, we got to remediate all this stuff. And then that's when you get to writing your report. I write reports off of this, me personally. All right. And it looks like I have some remediation. 44 vulnerabilities are based in OpenSSL. 44 of them. And all this stuff. So let's see how the scan's running. It's still running right now. And look, the thing I like about Nessus, it updates live. So while it's running, we're already getting some good information. We got 32 informationals. We don't care about those. We want the darker color ones. Okay, low, we got 7. Medium, we got 9. High, 8. We got what? 1 critical. Let's take a look at that critical. Open SSH. This is why Nessus is amazing. This is why Nessus is the freaking best. All right, and gain a shell remotely. That's the whole purpose of this video. That's the whole purpose of key objects. We're trying to gain shell. We're trying to pop shells in here. We're trying to get access to this system. Trying to get root. Okay. So obviously I'm not going to let this, that could run in the background. We already had a scan. Let's go back to our notes. Let me minimize that and bam. So we already had Nessus. So let's go back to this. And we're going to start really getting into this thing. We're going to really start exploiting. So let's talk about reverse shells and bind shells. What's the difference? All right, this is very important for those looking to get into ethical hacking. What is a reverse shell? What is a bind shell? All right, let's read. A very popular usage of Netcat and probably the most common use from penetration testing perspective are reverse shells and bind shells. A reverse shell is a shell initiated from the target host back to the attack box, which is in a listening state to pick up a shell. A bind shell is set up on the target host and binds to a specific port to listen for incoming connection from the attack box. In malicious software, a bind shell is often referred to as a backdoor. Guys, that's the difference between a reverse shell and a bind shell. And these are great pictures right here, if you guys can see this stuff. Reverse shell, the target machine, key object, let's say key objects level 1 is connecting to me. All right, and I'm listening. That's a reverse shell. On the flip side, a bind shell, I'm trying to connect with the target machine, have it listen to my connection. So that's some stuff. Do some research on that, guys, on bind shells, reverse shell, all that good stuff. All right. So let's try to we're going to get root. All right, we're going root. Clock is ticking. Time is almost running out. We got to get root. Now, within the InfoSec world, and this is something, shout out to the OXP Discord, something I've been seeing a lot. What do they mean by popping shells? What? Oh, just pop me a shell. I got me another one. I'm like, the heck are they talking about? Mario Kart? Blue shell? Red? No. The term popping a shell is shorthand for describing an attack where the adversary exploits a number. Oh, sorry, I said a number. A computer and gains remote access via a shell connection. Oh, now what's a shell? I'm telling you, I take notes on everything because I want to make sure I'm not blind coming into this thing. A shell is a computer program that represents a command line interface, which allows you to control your computer using commands entered with a keyboard instead of controlling graphical user interfaces, GUI, with a mouse / keyboard / touchscreen combination. That's a shell. All right. So we're gonna get root, man. We're gonna get root. Let's take a look at our notes so far. We know what the host IP is. We got the nmap information, all that good stuff. We got port 80 information. We got all that stuff. All right. So let's use this to get root. Nico Scan, all that stuff. We know it's running Samba. We know all that stuff. One more thing before I do, let me actually go back to the test page and see something real quick. All right, nothing here. Okay, let's get root. Let us get root. Okay, first we're gonna load up Metasploit again. Go back to the terminal. Where's the dang? I got so many tabs open up. Let's open up a new tab just for this instant. Load up MSF console. Now, a buddy of mine last week told me a good tip. I want to see if this works. Dash Q should skip all that graphic stuff. Let's see. Hopefully this doesn't mess up my crap. We'll see. We'll see. If it doesn't, disregard that. And okay. Oh, it did. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm going to start using that. Guys, new tip. MSF console dash Q, skip all that graphical user stuff. All right. Let us remember what we saw in the cherry tree notes. Port 139 is open and it looks like it's running on Samba. All right. It looks like to be Samba 2.2. These are stuff we found from our findings on enumeration, which we did a couple minutes ago earlier in this class. All right. Let's type in Samba 2.2. And actually, that's Searchploit. Actually, so before I even do that, let me actually open up a new tab. We're going to do this in Searchploit before I hit up Metasploit. Samba 2.2. Bam. Oh, okay. So it's always good to use Searchploit, see what the vulnerabilities are out. So it looks like Samba 2.2 is weak to, let's see, you got a lot of trans to open. What the heck is trans to open? Me, I got to know. We're going to type this in, trans to open. What is this? Oh, that's trans to open. It's a buffer flow. Sorry, whoa, I said buffer flow. Buffer overflow found in Samba versions 2.20 to 2.28. Now we know that Keyoptrix is running in between this, so it's vulnerable to this attack. So we're going to run it. Okay, let's go back to the notes. All right, so trans to open. Let's run that. We got Metasploit. We got to launch right here. There we go. So what are we going to do? We're going to what? Search for trans to open. All right. Let's see what we can find with that. Trans to open. Oh, I messed that up. And this is why it's beautiful doing it live, because it shows honesty and transparency. No clips, no edits, none of that stuff. This is live in the flesh. There we go. Trans to open, and there's Samba. All right. So we got to exploit for Linux and these other systems as well. We're just focusing on Linux. So we're going to do use one. So there we go. We got that module. We got that exploit going in. All right. Now, remember what we did last time. We want to make sure the R host is set. So we're going to set the R host. Oops, I did that wrong. Let's get the IP of the device because I'm always forgetting it. Or we can look into our notes, but I like to look at the actual machine. There we go. Remember, it is 192, set R host 192.168.109.129. Bam. Double check our work. Options. Yes, R host. All right. We got the target machine in there. Sweet. Okay. Now, let's make sure we got our things going on. We got the R host. So let's actually hold on. See brute force 2%. Let's before I run it, I want to try something real quick. I want to just show targets. I just want to see exactly. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to be exploiting this Samba 2.2.x. Anything in that version range, brute force. Let's get it. You can either put run or exploit. We're going to do run this time. And let's exploit this thing. Let's see. While that's doing it, I want to show you guys something real quick. And as you can see, it's having troubles. All right. And that's done on purpose. I'm going to close this out. I'm going to show you why. If we go back to our notes on stage and non-stage payloads, I don't even think I went over this portion with you guys. Look at this. A stage payload, it goes by steps or stages. Think about it. Oh, first stage, second stage. Non-stage, you just dump the whole thing. Look at that. Send exploit, shellcode all at once. Stages, say send payloads in stages. I could have sworn I closed this already. We try again. There we go. So, and look at the syntax. All right. I'm gonna let you guys figure it out. If anybody wants to type in the chat, non-stage is Windows interpreter underscore reverse underscore TCP. Stage is Windows / interpreter / reverse underscore TCP. If you look at what we ran right here, Metaterpreter Linux, because 86 interpreter / interpreter underscore. So we're running a stage payload. If you guys can see that, and apologies for the mouse glitching out. Don't know why that's doing that. But we're running a stage payload. Okay, that's the error. It's not working with stage. Let's try to switch this to a non-stage payload. Okay, let's go back. All right, and we'll go back to our notes because it's always important to use notes within this. We're gonna go back, and then we're gonna switch the module. Okay, we're gonna switch the module so we could do a non-stage payload. Okay, go here, options. So we want to set payload. So do set payload. Hopefully I spelled that right, and just tab it out. Oops, I think I spelled payload wrong. Hold on. Set payload. Do Linux. See if that's better. Oh yeah, I am spelling it wrong. My bad. Linux. There we go. Okay, this is what I was looking for. All right, set payload Linux /x 86 /. All right, so let's look in to see if we can find a non-stage payload so we can root this machine. All right, let's see. Remember how the syntax looks like. Let's see, non-stage. If it has a lot of /, it's probably stage. We're gonna do. Let me see which one I want. Let's do this one right here. This is a non-stage payload. Yep, let's do that one right here. So shell underscore reverse. Let's see, will it tab out? Yeah, tabbed out. Bam. We just switched out the payloads. Let's double check options. Bam, right there. We got a non-stage payload right there. All right, let's run this crap. Let's run this. And look, we're gonna see if this works. We're gonna see if this works. Let's go out. Let's do it cool. Let's write exploit. So right now we're using a non-stage payload on key objects, and it looks like okay. Looks like we're getting that reverse shell going in. Oh, yep. We just popped the shell. I think we got root. Let's test it out. Who am I? Root. Host name. Key objects level 1. So we did it. We got root. We got it. We did it. And this is just one of many ways to get root with key objects. All right. I'm gonna show you guys one more way to get root real quick before we go into Q&A and questions. Let's do. Actually, is that the right one? No, that's not it. Let's do manual exploitation. So another way we could do it, we could use a tool called OpenLuck. All right. Let's open this up in GitHub. OpenLuck is a tool. These are the steps to download it. Pretty self-explanatory. And we're going to use this to try to get root and key objects. And guys, when you're downloading tools from GitHub and other places, check the forks, check the stars, check if it's, loved by the community, just in case you're not downloading any crazy stuff on your host. And this should all be done on a VM, which I am right now on a VM. All right, so let's try OpenLuck. All right, here's the syntax for OpenLuck. That's the syntax. Dot / open target box, which goes into what kind of, actually let's actually open it up real quick. We're done with key optics. Actually end that terminal session. Let's open up a new tab, and we're gonna do some open luck. Now the usage, let's see, this should be a, I want to show you something real quick. Let's see, type in /open. I want to see something real quick. /open. Oh, not /open. /open. I want to see that is there a man page. Nah, there's no man page. Okay, let me see if I could just open it without one. Yeah, my syntax is all over the place. Yep. All right, that's not gonna work. But usually, before you even load up your target, it should give you like this code right here, and the code goes into like different attacks. But we're just gonna quickly do this. We're running out of time, and I want to have some time for Q&A. So we're just gonna run the syntax that we have in our notes, which is .open ./open 0. It looks like it's right there. Oh shoot! Yeah, we're just gonna tab it out if possible. B. No, we're not gonna tab it out. It won't let us. Retype in the key optics level 1. We're gonna do C40. Oh, I'm not even in the. That's why I'm not in the directory. Oh gosh. Let's go to the directory. Where did I put it? Oh, it's in key optics. Is that where I put it? CD. Did I really put it in there? Key optics, LS. I did put it in here. Oh, okay. That's probably why it didn't work the first time. I'm just gonna copy this command right here. Save some time. Copy. I'm gonna rerun that command. Oh, I'm not in the directory. My bad. There we go. Now let's rerun that command. Bam. So open luck is running. And golly. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see something real quick. Wait, are we hold on. Oh, so wait, we already popped the shell already. I didn't even realize that. What the heck? So yeah, these tools, man, that thing went by so fast. I was like, wait, hold on, what? So we already popped the we can see, we have a reverse shell already. Yep, we're in this thing. There was another command I was gonna run. Who am I? That's what I was gonna run. Who am I? Root. Yeah, we popped it. I mean, that fast. So yeah, we got like a couple more minutes left. So I'm about to open the stage for Q&A. Let me actually drop the link in the chat. If you guys want to hop on stage, chop it up real quick. No, that was a brief overview of, key optics level 1, penetration testing. What this is not going to encompass all of penetration testing, but stuff you might see in the field. You can just get your hands dirty. Hey, is this a career field I could work in? Is this something I could do? You just never know. You never know. All right. So that's that. So, I mean, we go back to our cherry tree notes, and hey, we were able to get root. We were able to do a reverse shell. And I'm going to actually add that to my notes. We was able to get a reverse shell using open luck. Let me actually Control C. That. Always good stuff to put in your notes. Open luck. And then we did it with Metasploit. Metasploit. I mean, another better thing you could do is you could actually copy the commands and just throw it up in here as well, instead of just doing the pictures. So if you just want to, let's see, yeah. And this is evidence of Metasploit. We actually copy and paste that. and put that in there. All right. So there's that. Or, I mean, I already have all the notes right here, so I could just copy and post it in there. But no, that's a brief overview of key optrix. Okay. Let me close all this out. Oh God, this is a lot of junk. Close all this out. I'm gonna delete this note. I don't want this on my system. So we're gonna delete that. Oops. Close this out. And yeah, let me guys, if you got any questions, just post them in the chat. We're gonna stay on for the next 10 minutes. Have a little, calm, cool banter. Right now I'm just deleting my stuff from it. But while we're waiting for questions, or if anybody want to hop the stage, we're gonna look at some Reddit comments. I love reading Reddit and look at some cybersecurity news, because that's why you guys are here. You want to get your cybersecurity skills up. So we're gonna look at some news. All right. Let me delete this freaking folder. I do not want this folder on my VM. Delete. Move to trash. Bam. That's done. And yes, I'll be studying later tonight. So I'm gonna just turn off this VM. I don't want it running all day. We're gonna shut down this VM. We're gonna shut down Keyoptrix, and this is important. Make sure you shut down your VMs properly, because I think last week I incorrectly shut down Keyoptrix, and then I was having like issues booting it up. All right, I see Keyoptrix is still running. Shut this down. Control Alt. I'm gonna power off. Bam. All right, guys, don't forget to join the Discord. I actually have it right here. The OXP Discord, it is in the chat. Actually, the first link I sent in the stream, go to that YouTube video description. The link's in the chat. For some reason, it wouldn't let me copy and paste. But all right, let's look at some cybersecurity news to close off the day. What website should we go on? Let's check on Dark Reading. See what they got. Let's see. What the heck is this? No. All right, what's in the news? Outlook. What do you guys thoughts on AI? I mean, that's crazy. Let's see. Whoa. Phishing emails up a whopping 569%. Golly. Yeah, that's some crazy stuff. I'm going on Reddit. Actually, I like these are the three. I'll give you a secret. 3 main Reddit threads I'm on every day. It's IT career questions. I'm on that like twice a day. Just because, being in IT, I want to know some good skills. Let's see. Yeah, usually they're not really talking too much about cyber on this one. So we're going to go to how was the thread? Cyber, hold on. Actually, I want to go over that real quick. Hold on. Cyber security. I can't spell. Reddit. Is this it right here? Yeah, this is our security. All right, our cybersecurity. Let's see what's going on right now. You know what we can talk about? You guys heard about the hacker not ethical hacker, black hat hacker Pom Purin arrested? Dude, I've been following that story like crazy. Pom Purin arrested. Dude, look at this crap. Pom Purin, 20-year-old hacker. I believe he was the founder of Breach Forum. Faces up to 5 years in prison. Dude, that's freaking crazy. That's crazy. Real name Connor Brian Fitzpatrick, 20-year-old founder of Breach Forum. Wow, dude. So, I mean, this goes with today's lesson. If you're getting into ethical hacking, you get into penetration tester, You could join the dark side. All right, become Pom Pom Purin and lose your whole life, but you gain clout and all this infamous clout and all this stuff. Or you could join the good side, work for a company, freelance, consulting, whatever you want, and actually help people with your skills and ability. So this is crazy, man. I believe he got caught due to poor OPSEC. If you guys don't know what OPSEC is, I want to do a whole class on this. Operation Security. I think this is it right here. Is that no, that's not the definition I want. Oh, right here, right. Operation Security, OPSEC, is the process by which we protect critical information, whether it is classified or unclassified, that could be used against us. Now, Pom Pom Purin made a grave mistake. Poor OPSEC, which exposed his home IP address, which linked back to New York, and turns out he was living it with his parents, and they found him that way. He was logging into stuff on his home IP address that you would think he'd be on a VPN. But, we all make mistakes. But yeah, he's locked up due to unethical behaviors. But that's how dangerous this field could get. You have people like Pom Pom Purin, and you have people like Kevin McNick, who was pretty much a Pom Pom Purin back in the days. Young hacker, hacking sub, but then he turned good. He's a convicted hacker, and yeah, if you read up on Kevin McNick, crazy smart dude, man. Got some great books, all that stuff. Actually, let's get some visibility to his company. And look, he started his own team. So, damn, he's killing it. So that's important, man. You can use your skills to be Pom Pom Purin, join the dark side, or you become a Kevin McNick and get back to the community and help out. Look at this. And he has a lot of speaking events. I like this, man. I really like this stuff. Let me see. Doesn't he have a pen testing? What's his services? All right. Does he have pen testing? Right here. Guys, I'm telling you, pen testing is popular. Pen testing is popular. It does take a lot of skills. Look at all these types of penetration tests. This is something we talked about earlier in the stream. You have your external. Internal, where you have access to the corporate network of your client and you're enumerating from within. Social engineering, you're using what? Human emotions, trickery, physical penetration testing, trying to break into buildings, check doors and all that stuff. Application penetration testing, wireless, red team, all that good stuff. All right, so shout out to Kevin McNick. Guys, we got one more minute left before we close. If anybody wants to quickly help on the stage or drop a comment below, feel free to. I'm gonna close this out with. Let me see if I can find this real quick. No, that's not it. I know where to find it at. Hold on. I'll close it out with this. I want to show you guys something real quick, especially if you're in cybersecurity and you're trying to get into this career. You gotta make sure you're up to date with the news. Let me show you something real quick. I'm bringing this up. This is for National Computer Security Day, November 30th, 2022. I had an interview on how I was, introduced to cybersecurity. It took the Colonial Pipeline incident to really get me laser focused and interested. Like, oh shoot, I want to get into this thing. I'm gonna drop this in the chat since time is running short. But I just wanted to show you guys this right here. Skip all that stuff. These are my favorite news sources that I like to read and stay up to date with the threats. That's how important it is for cybersecurity professionals. Make sure you're up to date. You don't want to be caught off guard. Oh shoot, that's a new CV. And that goes for myself. I'm warning myself. I got to make sure I'm up to date in this field as well. But no, that's pretty much it. Switch the camera back. Thank you guys for coming to the stream. Really appreciate it. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat below. I'll be free to answer them. And you guys have a great evening. All right. You guys take care. Stay safe out there.